so Ruinous Shade here, and today in episode 9 we will be finishing up pretty much the map. We'll be doing side quests here, going here because I mentioned that there was a cache and it's marked here as well. We will be going in here to do the there was a godlike here for Eothas. We're gonna clear that quest up and clear this bounty and then just see what's over here, and then we'll go back to turn in all our quests, and then we should be done with this land. And I think we'll probably be going to the Emerald Stair since that's like the only thing I've noticed for us to go to. Yeah, this guy is down here. The dwarf that's like known for explosives. Guess he set up a camp in the godless area.
No.
Show yourself.
I am not going in there. Swear not to go.
It's the Envoy.
Let's see what you got.
I guess this is the guy. Oh, what the? He didn't even aggro. That's weird. Jeez.
That's more like it.
Okay, there's two more. I do admit we do a lot of damage when we actually crit. When we actually crit.
Point for you.
I think that's everyone.
Nice work.
He had an Audra tooth. Sheathed in summer. Oh, wait. It must be connected to, like, I guess, like, these two temples were probably representative of the seasons for the godless, maybe? Because this is sheathed in winter and drawn in winter. I mean, sheathed in summer, and then this is drawn in winter. And this is, I'm assuming, a fire thing. Yeah. And then a legend of the living land speaks of a marvelous and dangerous garden watched over by 4 guardians. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. These are the temples to the 4 guardians. And then, so that's why we were in the Western Sun. To protect the gardens from those who are and to protect hapless wanderers from ravenous beasts. Oh, yeah. 3 would stand alert each season while 1 guardian rested. It is said that Southern Gale left this dagger embedded in the sky each year as it took its summer slumber. Let's see what the winter one. It is said that Eastern Moon unearthed drawn in winter each year after the last of autumn's winds had died down. I wonder if we missed it or because it might be here. I'll need to see. If there's another ruins up here that's like it'll be like, let me see. It says, where is it? Sheath in summer. It says what's the north? The north is northern wind, southern gale, western sun, and eastern moon. The eastern moon was because of the eastern moon. Probably because of the mirror thing. That's why the Watcher's mirror was the moon thingy. And then it said that the person in the east would pull the eastern moon on a drawn winter each year. And so, and then the southern gale would take from the Western Sun. And so Western Sun probably took from the Northern Wind. And then Northern Wind took, yeah, okay. I wonder if there's other temples. If not, they probably got destroyed or something. I mean, because there would be other temples, but yeah. They probably got destroyed if it's not like in game. Or maybe I got converted. Because there's the Shrine of Wodaka. Maybe that's like, if it's not up here, it would probably be like boom boom. And there might have been one in Paradise somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure when we get another memory, it'll tell us more. I don't know if it'll be the... I forget what her name was, Kishal or Kithan or Kit. I gotta go look at the video what her name was. But yeah, I'm sure they're... I don't know if the other memories are gonna be related to like the same godlike, or if it'll be like each memory we get is a different godlike that lived here. If it's the same one, then I guess it'll explain what happened to that civilization. If it's other ones, it might still explain it, but from a different perspective. Like after it's been destroyed and stuff like that, or before they even arrived, kind of situation. Because yeah, like I think the godlike that we were shown, I think the godless saw it as a thing because there wasn't necessarily a god of the living lands, like the gods that we know of, like with like Barith and like Wodaka and stuff. It would be like a natural god kind of, or like something born like from the land kind of situation. And that's how that godlike was born. So maybe to a certain degree, they didn't view it as like, either they didn't view it as a god and that's why they're called godless, or that's how they were named, because they did have a name, but I don't know if that name did translate to godless. Or that was just the name given to them by everyone else that worshiped the gods. Because if they didn't, because they may have just viewed it as them not supporting like how...
If you look, you could see Fort Northreach from here.
What?
Too soon.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I think it might be that it's either that they don't worship, or they don't worship specific god, like that's why they're called godless, is because they don't worship specific gods, or they don't view this land as like the other gods, because they aren't. Let's see, season nesting birds. After 27 hours of difficult labor, I am the mother of a coral pink squall of a girl. I will call her Mata, after my mother's sister, who was carried away from us in Amira's wings last season. May she have something of her spirit as well as her name. Anaru presented Mata with the fishing pole, the harpoon, and the basket this morning. How anxious I was that she should choose the harpoon and spend the hot seasons away at sea, or the fishing pole and be fettered always to the town, or the basket and spend her life climbing trees. But sweet Mata turned her back on all of them and crawled into her father's lap. She will be as her father is, then a healer, and stay always near me. Oh, that's sweet. Last night Mata told her first story. It was a tale of a mighty war parrot who fought fiercely in many battles against the terrible Naga. But though he was a great warrior, he'd always wanted to explore the islands. So when his mother wasn't looking, he flew to the top of the Serpent's Crown in Nekataka. He saw all the way to Hasongo. The sky went on forever, but he became scared of the heights and called for help. And his mother, the queen of the war parrots, came to rescue him. From then on, he was happy to remain a warrior. Great Aunt Mata once told me a similar tale when I was a foolish girl determined to climb the tallest koiki tree in the village. Perhaps there's something of my old aunt's soul in my daughter after all. A dread storm cloud sits heavy on the horizon, and small tremors shake the sand. But my girl is not disturbed. Tonight, she leads the children in a performance of Nagati's Kraken Dance, as taught to us by the young woman from the Mahe Island. But we made her bracelets and anklets from shells we collected on the beach together, and she wove her skirt herself. As we near the season of her birth, I remember how when I first quickened, I told Anaru I was afraid. It is strange to look upon this tiny mind now and think I may have never known her. How strange this life of mine, how generous the gods. These are, okay, yeah, so this journal stopped after Eothas returned, which was like when the second game started. And these are the Huana, which is the Amawa that are like Wakayas in the Deadfire, like the natives there.
If you traveled weeks to see him, you can wait a few more days.
Kara, you would not be so glib if your family's souls were crying out to you for justice.
Some crusty old priest isn't going to change that. The Temple of Eothas is closed. Ugh, I don't know why everyone in the Living Land suddenly wants to see the old kook in there, but it's not happening. Not today, anyway. Probably not tomorrow, either. Not with the way they're dawdling.
Since when do you make the rules?
Since I arrived with the big sword.
So you say I need a bigger sword. The Oracle has one. Let me in and I will borrow it.
I'm saying you need to go home, because the goddamn temple is closed.
I'm here at Offric's request. You've got an expedition in trouble. You mean the Temple of Eothas? Where is it? Why can't she enter the temple? Are you two done? Squabble's not my fair good day. Why can't she enter the temple?
Kara, an excellent question. Holy One, please. I say you must make her see reason.
As I've told Kalya here, there's a venture underway inside. The Free Expedition Corps is exploring a cave system that holds a temple of Eothas. There's an old man in there, calls himself the Oracle. I guess he's got something they want. And uncouth pilgrims will only get in the way.
Your expedition has been gone 3 days, Sejuan. I say they are dead.
I'm here at Offric's request. You've got an expedition in trouble?
The boy made it back to the embassy. I half expected him to kick off on the way there.
He was badly injured and grieving his brother's wounds. I say it is good news.
Sure, until the Inquisitor hears he abandoned his men to go crying for his mum.
You will let me through now? No. Quietly slink away while they're arguing. Are you going to let me pass or what?
You will let him go and not me? I see.
Who said I was letting him go?
Be reasonable. Be reasonable, Seguin.
Well, my orders say no one.
Hikara, yes. Tell the Envoy about your precious orders. I could recite them in my sleep.
Don't make me bring this back to Ambassador Hilgard.
Right. Sorry, Envoy. The expedition team entered through the cave just past here. They planned for a day's journey, but they've been gone for more than 3. Something must have held them up. Our freak mentioned traps and earthquakes and...
The Oracle who maintains the temple is a godlike of Eothas, so there is no telling what he is capable of.
They were carrying a lot of tools and weapons with them, so be on your guard. And Envoy, thanks. I know Offreak will appreciate you looking into this.
Only doing my duty, not telling me leave. Anyone would do the same.
Yeah, well, you're not just anyone. You're a friend of the Emperor, and that means something. Hey, good luck out there.
Well, I wonder if any of them are alive. Oh, it's a dungeon. Like with the Nasib. So I'm sure the godlike of Eothas does not want these guys to like be disturbing him in his work.
That spear looks Adiran, all right. Guess we're on the right track.
Yes.
Didn't even have time to finish their puzzle. Whatever they were looking for, it wasn't
Here.
just treasure.
What spear? Oh well. Anyways, these activate by elements. So this is like,
That's it. Door's open.
I don't know if this is. I think. Okay, no. I think yeah, they're down there. Is there a map for this? No. Oh yeah. So but yeah, they're down there. I think. So let's see what's in this area.
Get the light. We've seen
Jesus. They're like crawling out of the ground. Well, these guys should die from this.
Now we know why the expedition team abandoned that puzzle.
Glad that's over.
Yeah, they're like crawling out of these grates and stuff. Oh, I guess there is a lot of Actually, I wonder if these are bones they gathered from like a long time ago, or if the godlike just disposed of them here. Book of Verses. Ednung the Bright Star spoke, and her voice was like a clarion cry calling his soul forth. He knew her for the right hand of the shining god and was afraid. "O wanderer, hear me," she spoke. "You are known to us, and your deeds put you far from salvation." And we wept, for he knew that his sins lay bare before this great illumination. Sargamas spoke, and his voice swept forth with the heat and force of the bright day sun. "Weep not, for the child of light has forgiven even for you, if you will embrace him." Amke knelt before them, then resolved to save himself, and asked what he must do. And Morangan spoke. Her voice was like the songbird's final hymn, bidding farewell to the day's light. "What darkness lies within you, you must cast into his light. Your sins will be burned from you until you are newly formed, reborn into his keeping." So spoke Monagund, but Eadung warned him, saying, "You have walked all these years into darkness, and must now return. You will find the path like treading fire, and at every step you will be tempted to turn away, but no harm will come to you if you keep your faith." So, I guess it's like a temple to like get reborn kind of thing with Eothas. I'm assuming the traps we're gonna encounter are dealing with that.
One moment.
That we have to keep our faith. So probably something with Eothas. Follow a path like with his symbol or something. Oh, this is the spear. Okay. Guess we are encumbered. We could break down the wands. We're all wooden shields and stuff. We have a better pistol, so we don't need any pistols anymore. We have a better dagger, so we don't need... I should sell metal, I forgot. Construct all these. Well, that cleared up a lot of inventory. Wow. Oh my.
Gods. Never seen anything like it.
Views like this remind me why I came to the Living Lands in the first place.
Something stirs here.
This is so big, like... I wonder if like something big walked through here kind of thing, or swam through here. There's a lot of Audra. Like a lot. So I can see why Eothas has a temple here. But yeah, this was a big temple to Eothas. Like, it's bigger than the Wodoka temple. Like, it's like a city, essentially. Like, with all these architecture stuff.
Blood and a broken tripwire. Maybe Offrig's squad passed through here.
I guess there's tripwires I should probably be looking out for.
Look at that. That statue. How did anyone build that all the way down here?
Gods. And no one knew that was down here.
Rituals, whispers of searing light.
I guess they're talking about that statue over there. Yeah, this whole temple is just underground. Or in a cave system, at least.
Zarups
And the Zarups are here.
just going around. Find that village.
I guess I could have went around. I gotta get that XP.
Good fight.
Oh. I guess this is where they're camping out.
Quiet as the depths.
Dang. Okay. So I guess shield like that block our spells. That.
One moment.
More accurate finding of stuff. So it's only this. Wait. Okay, so this is where if I didn't want to fight them, I would have came through here. I wonder what's making this purple glow. Oh, shh. What the? Oh my god. Oh, it just keeps spawning. Oh wait, there's daily affirmations of focus and efficiency. All errors can be reforged into lessons. Abaddon rebuilt himself from ruin. No setback is insurmountable, not even death itself, so long as the soul is dedicated to the task. Work. So this is an Abaddon's. Oh. Who's talking?
Hold it together, kid. We're nearly there.
Okay, so there's animancers here. Trying to loot that Zara. Okay, there. Should heal up. Oh, I guess it's... Yeah, this is the brother.
You're not my brother.
Are they twins? Oh, yeah, they're
I've got
twins.
to be dreaming. Oh, gods. Am I dead? Is this the Beyond Spirit? Have you come to take me to Garlowain's side?
The kid's in bad shape, but he's not too far gone. I think we can help him.
I'm not ready. I've never even touched a girl. It's not fair.
What? I don't think you need to tell us that. Hi, Mars. We can't let this kid die. A virgin. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's funny. Hi Mars, we can't let this kid die a virgin. Can you help him? Oh, I know, but in character. That's funny. I'll use my dream touch since this is my unique ability of my character.
Oh, that's the creepiest sensation I ever felt in my life. Like vines were growing all through me.
If it works, don't question it. And look, your wounds are closing up already.
Oh, wow. I feel leagues better. I thought for sure you were coming to take me back to the wheel. Who are you? What you doing down here?
I could ask you the same question. Are you with the... Yeah, we know. Afrik sent us after you. Where's the rest of your team? I'm an apparition. You never saw him. Oh my god, no. Afrik sent us after you. Where's the rest of your team?
He actually made it? I wasn't sure he'd come through. And he sent the Emperor's fucking envoy. Damn. Am I ever glad to meet you?
Focus. The Free Expeditions Corps. Where are they?
Right. Those assholes. They went on without me after I got hurt. We'll come back for you once we've got the relic, Cadman, honest. Horse shit. Yeda was probably hoping I'd croak so she wouldn't have to tell our freak how she abandoned me. All she cares about is that Oracle and his relic, which is probably just a big old dog bone if you ask me. He's probably still down there, fiddling with the statue. You must have seen it on your way in.
I'll go speak with the Oracle then. Anything I need to know about the Oracle? Anything I need to know about the Oracle?
I doubt I know much more than you do. I mean, you're godlike.
Okay, yeah, all
Just like
godlikes
him.
have each other's phone numbers.
Come on, kid. Don't get starstruck now.
Well, he's touched by Eothas, right? And he's supposed to be old, like hundreds of years old. And I don't mean elf old, he's extra old, like Eothas has been keeping him alive or something.
Great. He's old. Anything else?
They used to receive pilgrims, but only the ones who could make it to him. This place, it's like a trial.
Yeah, we've seen the same traps and crumbling buildings you have.
And he's building something. A statue of Eothas, I think. But I don't know what for. I mean, after all Eothas did in the Deadfire, people don't come here anymore.
Tell me about Geta.
Our captain, she's... I don't know. I don't want to talk out of turn.
Relax. You're not the first person to have a bad commander.
It's not like that. I mean...
I guess she's
didn't used to
obsessed with
be.
the bone.
Yeda's not been quite herself lately. I've always known her to be cautious, careful. Now she charges forward recklessly. And she pushes us as hard as she pushes herself. And that's how I got hurt.
Has she been short-tempered? Distracted?
Yeah? When we make camp, she has these terrible dreams.
Oh, I guess the
Wakes us
dream
all up with her
scourges.
screaming and muttering.
Can't be sure, but it sounds like the Dream Scourge to me, Envoy.
I'll go speak with the Oracle then.
He'll be the last one to have seen him, I bet. I'll just rest up here a minute before I head back to Paradise.
Take it easy. No sense getting yourself into another scrape.
Promise, I'll take it slow. Hey, Envoy, for what it's worth, I really thought I was gonna die down here.
Given the extent of your injuries, you certainly would have. I'll see you back in Paradise, Cademan. Awkwardly clear through. Well, anyway, I should go. Yeah, he would have died
It's
without
a
my
lucky
help.
thing you found me then.
I'll see you back in Paradise, Cademan.
Right, yeah. You got those assholes to save and everything. I hope they're better off than I was.
See if there's a... But yeah, there was animancy studies going on here. So either the Oracle is an animancer, or he had
Maybe one of
animancers here.
Juliana's girls will, too.
He's gonna have a hard time getting out of here, but at least we gave him a fighting chance.
So, the kid said the expedition team went deeper, looking for the Oracle.
I imagine the Oracle has something to do with that creepy statue we saw before. Maybe we should take a look.
The living lands do not exist, but certainly there is an island. Certainly there are valleys, there are rivers, lakes, and mountains. There are trees and fungi in abundance. Taken together, these do Do these not constitute the living lands? I will concede that they constitute the description of a continent, that this continent lies north of the equator, and that this continent is equidistant from Adia and Rautai. I will concede that this continent is real so long as you and I walk upon it. We call this island the living lands, but the living lands is merely a descriptor of its attributes. A list of attributes does not alone make up a place. I believe that for a place to become real, it must have a name. For a name to be real, it must have a history. History confers meaning, and meaning is given to a name by its namer. But the living lands cannot be this island's name, because I have traveled its breadth, climbed its peaks, and delved into countless depths, and have discovered that the living lands has no namer at all. Unless the words we use to describe this continent, the living lands, were given to us by the godless. Unless these words have a meaning only they could have comprehend. Unless these words have a history that only they can know. And the necessity, the thisness of this place was lost with them. So I guess they're just saying that like the living land is what everyone after the godless calls this place. So they're not even sure. Like it's like how explorers go to a place and name it, even though it probably already has a name by the people who live there. So that's what I think they're implying, is that this place has a history and that the people here, the godless, have done that. And even the godless is probably a name given onto them by people after.
Yeah. That's all of them.
Was it Kithrak? Or no, I don't know. I'm probably mixing up different words. I forget what the... No, Kithrak I feel like is a Mass Effect. Honestly, I don't remember what game that was from. But, yeah, I'm assuming... I forget what the godless's name was. But yeah, I'm assuming what the name in the vision we had was actually their name. Okay, well, I'm going to save because I don't know if this is a boss battle. It's just praying right there.
Someone's up ahead. Keep your eyes open.
My brother. Can it be? Come, stand in the light. Let me look at you. It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us, but you...
Oh, he's like really golden.
Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the Oracle Sargamas, servant of the once shining god, he whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space?
You named yourself after one of the early figures in Eothian scripture. I'm looking for an expedition. I think this one, our guy's more interested in this at the moment. You named yourself after one of the early figures in Eothian scripture.
Then Sargamas spoke, and his voice swept forth with the heat and force of the bright day's sun. Weep not, for the child of light has forgiveness even for you, if you will embrace him. I am that same
Wow,
Sargamas.
He's old.
Though it has been some time since a man has knelt before me and begged absolution, as Hamka did. The people do not hold to the gods any longer, and they do not hold to their servants. We live in a time of disbelief. The gods are absent, and have recalled their gifts from the world. Avarice reigns. Acquisition is the faith to which all men bow. But perhaps there is hope. You have read the Book of Verses, and we are here together, if only briefly. In this moment, we are not entirely alone.
I heard there was a temple of Eothas in this cave.
Be welcome, for you have found it. People like you and I once sought this place in moments of spiritual turmoil, when the world and our souls could not find rest. Moments of war, famine, massacres. when those such as us are called upon to speak the gods' wills and to lead. But I have seen not one of us these last 3 years, and it is rare indeed that pilgrims come to pray. Perhaps our meeting now is the work of immortal hands. I pray that it is so.
Why would godlike visit this temple and not the temples of their patron god?
Godlike. Such a meager word for us, who are the gods' eyes and ears and hearts. We are the phenomena through which the gods experience the world. We are as like the gods as a finger is like a man. You and I, and our raptured brethren, we are the gods themselves.
That's all very poetic, but it doesn't answer the question. Is this place special to godlikes?
It had been once, when we were legion, but no longer. Our kind came here to find fellowship and understanding, in a world determined to bend us to its purposes.
Why should we need fellowship? I've wondered what purpose Ever had in naming me his envoy.
This is a heavy burden you carry, to be beloved of both a god and a god among men. I imagine one cannot help but wonder, did he elevate you for your skills and knowledge, your strengths, your accomplishments, or for what you are? You and I are instruments of a divine will. In choosing you to be his envoy, your emperor ennobles his purpose and tarnishes yours.
Did you build this statue?
Indeed. It has been my obsession these last few years. Hewn by my own hands from stone in Ardra, and no small degree of melancholy. I suspect it will be my last great labor before this body is returned to the earth, and I am returned to my god.
Are you dying?
If I am, it is from an affliction that death will not cure. But no, brother, I am only very old. My light is waning. As Eothas' essence leaves the world, I am leaving with him. His essence has kept me alive for centuries, and soon we will enter the longest night.
You mentioned you're very old.
Indeed, my soul has dwelled in this form for centuries, beyond even the lifespan of the longest-lived elf. My lord Eothas inspired my birth in the same year the kingdom of Adir was founded. You might say my birth heralded the empire you now serve.
That was over 600 years ago.
About 630, yes. Give or take a decade. One does lose count.
You must have witnessed some unbelievable... Yeah, I think I heard could be interested in
yes. Some that inspired awe, others dread. For a time, I proselytized among the colonists who first settled Glanfath. I held the door of my parish church against an onslaught of Glanfathan raiders, and I watched them fall prostrate before my light. I tended the wounded in the Broken Stone War, the War of Black Trees, the War of Defiance, and in many wars that were never given the dignity of a name, and since have been forgotten. I can hardly recall them anymore.
Yeah, he spent a long time in Deerwood. What made you stay? Did you ever meet Sir Widewin? So why haven't you died? You spent a long time in Deerwood. What made you stay?
The Deerwood has been a troubled place since the very moment of its inception. Conflicts erupted as regularly as spring flowers, to bloom and die as swiftly. So, there is always some dark corner in need of light, if you'll indulge me in the metaphor. Truthfully, I had been jailed for proselytizing in Colklin, and it was to the colonies I was exiled. So it was the Deerwood or death. I had nowhere else to go.
Did you ever meet Saint Widewind? I believe Saint Widewind was the Eothas' reincarnation that, like, there was a thing where, like, it blew up. Like, it was, like, a big thing, and that kind of caused, like, people to start hating Eothas. But because he was, like, rising up against, it was like a rebellion kind of thing. Yeah, did you meet Saint
Is
Widewind?
that what they're calling him now? I heard the man that was Widewind speak when he was but a farmer. He had a presence even then, furious, incandescent. It was astonishing, his power. I wonder, had my lord already made a home in his body by then? Did my lord share with Widewind his plans to wage a pointless, bloody war while wearing the poor man's face? What a grave injustice. To have your body stolen and be made into a saint. Tragic Widewind. Pitiable Widewind. I grieve for what became of him.
Because, yeah, I think Widewind was, like, Eothas' attempt to, like, fix stuff directly. Because the gods get involved a lot. Like, you learn that in, like, in the first and second, the gods get involved a lot. It's just that people don't really know. And, yeah, I think Widewind was, like, Eothas' more direct attempt to do stuff. And then to fix how stuff was, but then since that failed, he decided to do what he did in the second game, pretty much. And so, yeah. Do you wish it had been you who was made a saint?
God help me. I do.
Okay. He might have, like, an ego issue. Or, like, he sees himself as a very big guy. Like, 'cause I don't know if he really felt bad for Widewind. I think he may have just been jealous that Widewind was made to house his god, because Sargamas sees himself as the god himself, kind of thing. So it's kind of like, why wouldn't he go into him, kind of thing. So why haven't you died yet?
That is a question for my lord. I have asked him many times, but even when he spoke to me, he would not say. I suspect it is his essence that has kept me alive. And now that he has abandoned this world, well, I soon expect to die.
Eothas talked to you?
In prayer, in dreams, as I ate and loved and labored, his voice was a constant murmuring in my ear. But when I spoke to him, he never did reply. So, do not mistake his talking for a conversation. He only wanted to be heard.
Are you afraid to die?
Not anymore.
Why would you tell me all this?
Because you are my brother. And I want someone to know.
He's definitely gonna die soon. He's like giving like his, like, this is like his, oh, like his last statements and stuff like that. You're really a godlike.
I am as you are, though I do not care for the word. Eothas the Dawn Treader is my lord and patron. If you will forgive me saying so, I am surprised to meet you here. Even before the vanishing of our kind, it had been some years since a child of Galawain came to speak with me.
Oh, so he thinks I'm Galawain's child.
And I have never seen a member of the Lord of the Hunt's coterie whose visage resembles yours.
Yeah, we're definitely not his. Galawain godlikes from Adir look different. That's because I'm not a godlike of Galawain.
Ah, of course. I should not have assumed. I have had the great privilege to speak with thousands of our kind during my long life. And you do not resemble a single one of them. But if not Garlawain, I cannot imagine who else among the Pantheon might have blessed you.
Could it be? No. Truthfully, I don't know which god is my patron.
My relationship with my lord has oftentimes been the one succor through difficult seasons of my life. I hope that when you find your patron, it is the same for you. May I ask, as a god's child, did your earthly parents love you?
Yeah, being revered is one of the options, but also it's like how like they either are scared to. These are all like, yeah, valid things. Let's see how we're gonna make our parents be. They revered me. It was different from love. I believe they cared for me in their way. They kept their distance. I think I frightened them. They were ashamed of me. They worried for me ceaselessly. I felt like a burden to them. I am curious before I tell him. I think it's because he thinks that like the only love that you can get is from your god kind of thing. But I would probably go with 2 if this like doesn't get me to choose. That's what I would have chosen. Was I believe they cared for me in their way. But yeah, why?
As I near the end of my life, my attention turns to my earliest days, to my family, my lord, and to love. I wonder if my parents could have loved me better if I had been less like myself and more like them. I wonder if I could have loved them more if I had not so dearly loved my lord. I wonder if that hurt them. I wonder why our holy parents made us as we are. Do we have any freedom in the face of our gods? Did they make us to love them? And if we do so love our gods, why do we not simply kill our bodies to be closer to them? Can we ever be close enough to what we love in them to satisfy our longing? Can we ever get far enough from what we loathe in them to satisfy our disgust? My lord will break my heart so long as I love him. And I will always love him. But I am selfish. I do not want to die heartbroken.
Wow. He's definitely had a lot of inner turmoil for all these 630 years. But I can understand for the godlike, because they do have like a different they do have like a connection to the god. Like they have 2 parents essentially, like their god and then their actual parents, and then their god can like literally like leave them be, or it could just like be like a curse thing, like how the Watcher was saying you could have like a chime or a thorn being planted in you. So yeah, so like there's different types of relationships. Like not all godlikes are treated the same by their gods. Like some just literally use their godlikes. They don't see them, and some actually like care for them. Like they only have I think some only like have like 1 or 2 or something. Like some have like very limited amount of godlikes because like they see them more as their children kind of thing, and some just spread them everywhere. Yeah, I believe they cared for me in their own way.
Even many kith untouched by gods are not so lucky.
I've been hearing a voice in my head. Why did the gods banish godlikes from the world?
There are many theories, which the holy and learned of Eora have only just begun to argue. But you did not ask me for theories. Frankly, I do not know for certain. However, I believe the gods are preparing for war.
War against each other or war against Kith? Because the gods, yeah, in the first and second game, like the Pillars of Eternity, pretty much your character is like in all the drama between the gods and like what's actually happening. Like you learn like world-breaking stuff, but it's only like you and your party that ever really learns this. So like everything that we're learning in everything, like how everything's being talked about in this game, like you're learning it in a way that's like if you had no idea what happened. Because like we see notes that talk about like the cauldron, or I forget what it's, something cauldron that's like in the dead fire that's like was a constant storm, but it's finally cleared. That was because in the second game that's where the wheel was. Like the wheel is an actual thing, and so that's why like everything you learn, it's like it's pretty much you're just like you're in on the gods drama in the first and second game, and you're just kind of like being pulled left and right by them kind of stuff, and you're just trying to like do whatever you can. War against Kith or war against each other. I don't know if it's a war against Kith, because the Kith, they can just literally just steal their essence if they really, but they don't want to, they wouldn't want to kill off everyone, because that's like they need the souls in order to keep living. But with the wheel messed up, they need I think they're probably trying to figure out a way to still live, which is why they took the godlike so at the moment. So I think it might just be a war against each other.
A war of all against all. A struggle between destiny and design. Who yokes the soul of the world? Whose machinations turn the wheel? Who acts and whom is acted upon? That is the ultimate power, brother. The only power there is. To decide the fate of another, and to make it so. For so long as we have lived, it is the gods who have decided for us. But change is possible, if we are brave enough to want it. And Kith have lately grown very brave indeed.
Yeah, Sargamas is pretty interesting because like he like worships the gods and he sees them as like a holy like parent, but then he also has like this innate kind of like this hatred towards the gods too. So that's it's an interesting dynamic. Let's see, probably like probably has like connection to like parallels, like it's like just religion in general, like it's like devout passion, especially like in Christianity. There's like a like kind of like this like there's this passion kind of thing for God and stuff like that. But then there's also like there is like an aspect of like within that, with that passion and love for God, there's like kind of like a hate towards it too, kind of thing, like of like, because it's just like weird. But yeah, I'm sure it's like a just general religious parallels, stuff like that. I've been hearing a voice in my head since I arrived on the island. Could it be my god?
I suppose it's not impossible, but the gods typically make themselves known to us in our earliest days, before we have left the comfort of the womb. They are present in our hearts and mind before we even have a notion of I at all. I'm sorry. Yours is an unusual case. Tell me, this voice in your head, do you want it to be your god?
I want to know. I'm not going mad. No, it would be a relief to finally know who I am. If it's not my god, I don't know what else it could be. I think it would be a relief to know who I am.
I am afraid that not even your god may tell you that. Answering that question is the soul's true purpose. It is the work of your life. And I suspect neither you nor I will ever know for certain. We can only remain open to curiosity and willing to be surprised.
If it's not my god, I don't know what else it could be.
Other than a symptom of madness, you mean?
Hopefully I'm not
You
going
do
mad.
not seem especially troubled. No more than any Kith subject to life's uncertainties. As to what the voice is, if it is unlikely to be a god, I cannot say. It may be a particularly powerful soul attempting to control you, or the echoes of a past life. Perhaps it is the sending of an archmage, or some ancient construct of Engwithin make. Or it may just be the beginnings of the Dream Scourge. Whatever this voice is, I suspect only an expert in souls can say.
I'm looking for an expedition of my countrymen. Did they pass this way?
An expedition? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Right. Maps, ropes, pitons, rugged boots, water for days, people down here looking for stuff.
You probably killed them off.
I am familiar with the concept.
Tomb raiding, yeah.
And the like. What troubles me is why they would come here.
Yeah. They're just
These
like
ruins
Tomb
are
Raiders.
not so different from the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous. And this representation of Eothas we stand before, it is the work of my own hands. They could not hope to move it. Do you know what their purpose is here?
Do you really expect me to believe you haven't seen them? There's only one way through this place.
It's a reasonable question, I'll grant you. You must understand, this place has seen so few visitors for so long that I often retreat into my private quarters. To read, you understand, or pray, or sleep. Age has made me slow. I tire easily. I sleep now more hours than I wake. They could have already come and gone, and I would be none the wiser. In any case,
I don't know if I believe that.
You haven't told me what it was they searched for. Or do you
And I feel like he wants to know
know
if he needs to kill me or not. Like, that's what I feel like he wants to know if I know what's here, that maybe he should kill me or not. Oh my god. You know, let's be honest. I do feel like he's probably gonna kill us. Well, no, I don't know if he'll kill us, but I think he probably killed them off, but we'll go with the one. They were searching for a relic you're rumored to keep here.
Ah, the splinter of Eothas. I suppose it was too much to hope they were here to examine these exquisite ruins. Truly, it is their loss.
What is this relic exactly?
The splinter of Eothas is a sliver of shin bone from my lord's titan body. It was carved from his skeleton many centuries ago. Yet long after the gods left this mortal world to claim their dominion in the beyond, the splinter is infused with the very essence of my lord's power. To illuminate without fire, to heal without injury, and to speak without voice.
Where do you keep the relic? I might find them there.
It rests in a shrine deep within this temple complex, beyond the reach of looters, visitors, or indeed, myself. The path to the relic has fallen to ruin. Some sections are flooded, and others are infested with all manner of creatures. Although, perhaps you might assist me with that.
Right. Here it comes.
You see, this construction beside us is no mere statue, but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Eothas in its appropriate grandeur. It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way.
Why do I feel like he told them to go get the splinter? And, like, they just died on the way. I'll return shortly. I'm going to poke around here first. I'll be back before he can say 10 praise Eothas.
I am most grateful. Oh, and please refrain from touching my statue or devices. May light illuminate your path, brother.
Because, like, honestly, I don't think he cares about who gets it. Like, I think he just wants it. So, like, I'm sure he probably told them to go fetch it. And he'd probably kill them if they came back with it. Because he's not going to let them keep it. Okay, so it's telling us to go that way. But I am a bit tempted to see what else is around here. Yeah, he's definitely into animancy. like with working with the Adra and everything like that. Bard.
Bridge is collapsed up ahead. My gut says that's the way to the relic.
Okay.
This reminds me of the Strangle route. But how is anything this big growing all the way down here?
We'll have to swim through the root tunnel to get through here.
Okay, I guess we're going for a swim. I pray we don't drown. Okay. Oh my gosh, we're about to... Okay, there we go. I wonder what... Yeah, there's all this animancy stuff and then connected to the Adra. Like, I feel like he was doing a lot of research. Oh, there's a book right there. This clay tablet is inscribed with a floating vertical script, language you've never seen before. Eothas sees a... Oh, I'm not going to read. That's a lot. And with that. Yeah, that's a... yeah, I wonder what that tablet's talking about. There's a path there. I wonder anything in this room before we go ahead. Like, I wonder if this was all his or he had people down here helping him over the years. Look at that, oh. That's going there. Oh, I guess maybe to open up this, but that's, I feel like pointless, but oh well. Let's mark the Dawn Treader. Here we go. That's nice. I guess spiders come to this place. There's a lot of the Fireforged path, the troubles of... I don't think I'll read all this, but... Let's see. Wow, this is a long thing. Gone. The priests have gone. Gone is like a different iteration of Eothas, kind of like it's like a... You have a companion that's a worshiper of Gone. It's like a different version of Eothas kind of thing. Finally breaking, it can be tracked, it can be followed. Yeah. All creatures spend their lives chasing fruitless endeavors. It is the way of mortality. I could create a creature, a living creature of flesh and blood that could never be caught. I make your dream a reality. Now it was Eothas' turn to laugh. You propose turning a fruitless dream into a fruitless reality. How is this any better? A life spent in the pursuit of attainable goal far exceeds any other. You just said no one could catch this creature. This is not attainable. Galloway smiled. Humanity has surprised us before. Indeed, it could surprise us again. I'll create a great white stag and I'll set it free in the world. It will have a grace, resilience, and destiny. It will exist solely to be pursued for all its days, and it will never be caught. I think you do meet the white stag in one of the games. But yeah, you can pause this if you want to, because I think I'm gonna read on my own time. There's a lot of things here. Let's see. Whatever was in scroll, disintegrate in your hands. Statue. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is definitely his workshop. There's the core of something. Looks like someone strapped into. Or is that the statue? The drawing details plans for the creation of a large statue powered by essence. The essence is intended to be injected into the statue by an array of animatic devices. Where such a vast store of essence might come from and what a statue could do with it is unclear. Either the splinter or he's gonna use some people's souls. Yeah, animancy was allowed in the Deerwood for a bit. And then there was an issue dealing with like animancy. Granted, it was like the main villain that was like orchestrating that all.
Never knew there were little houses down here. Then again, I never needed to come down here before, so there's that.
There's something that need a hit to activate that. And there's something down here I just heard. Okay, yeah. Purification of the pilgrim. I hope that coming in this place, standing before the splinter and turning my mind to prayer, that I would feel something godless. I'm truly... So the gods be faithful to the void that the oracle tells me. If I look outside to myself to here and now for what I desire, that I will always remain unsatisfied. I must go down into myself, into the still wide emptiness, to discover that I already have everything I need. The many voices of wail I wish would whisper in my ear, even had I heard them, they would not be evidence of their love. That evidence persists already in my soul, in the void to which I have not been true. And it has from the moment they plucked my soul from the wheel and gave it onto my body to be born. It is the chime. The chime is the evidence of their love, and if that is all I ever have of them, then I should fall to my knees in gratitude, for it is more than most kith will get. But to know that this solace that I seek, then I must give up any desire for their love and to learn to love the void. I guess that's why some godless came here. Having like that question. I guess they came up to their own answers. I wonder if you're supposed to come here like before you go search for the assassins.
Everybody all right? One
Here's
moment.
something. Okay. But yeah, there's that weird puzzle thing from that. So I don't know if it's like I need to move forward and then I'll find it. If I need to like shoot something. How am I supposed to get in there? I'm sure it's not I just shoot. Like, I don't think, like, I just shoot. Yeah. I guess maybe I have to climb up.
Repose, a pulse beating out of time. Should it be disturbed?
Consecration. With this leaving of his precious body, we commemorate our most glorious God with all his saints. Let us commend ourselves and one another and our whole life to Eothas, the Dawn Treader. For this holy house and for those who enter it with faith and reverence and fear of our God, we consecrate this temple in his name. Eothas, have mercy on our souls. See, I guess this temple was to house the splinter.
If it weren't for the creepy oracle and the invading roots,
There's a lot of dead bodies.
Kind of nice.
Okay, there we go. Gotta aim it correctly. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so this activated that, and there's one right here.
There's the relic. It can't be as easy as just grabbing it. Can't.
Okay, I'll do it after.
Right. I haven't been able to. That must have been something.
Cause yeah, I don't know. I don't know what grabbing it will do. Okay, some materials. See what's in here, and then
Have I mentioned that I think this is a terrible idea?
History of the Living Lands 4 redacted has been painted black except for the very last, which features a large and unusually ornate key and a note written in the runes of an unknown language. Beneath them, someone has scribbled. How do their... Oh, the leaden key. How interesting. So they were here. So the Steel Guru definitely knows more about this land. The leaden key is like a force that Wodaka made. It's like a secret society thingy, and it's like to control all the leaders kind of thing. It's like controlled history and things like, yeah, it's how do their agents keep finding my work? They've already defaced 3 versions of this volume alone. I don't know what they find so objectionable about my theories on the meaning of the godless language, but I'm done rewriting it. You bastards win and no more. Note about has been amended by a measured hand, likely sometime after the first note was written. I've compared my notes regarding the inscription from Ukaizo with the scripts on the intact clay tablet in my lab and realized they share several shapes in common. I may be able to make some headway in translating this if I can find an expert in the godless. So that tablet we found that was like in another language was what I believe they're talking about. Another amendment follows that, but that too has been mostly blacked out. Near the end of the redaction, the point suddenly runs off. Edge of the page and a splash of blood stains the margins. All you can make out is a pair of shaky sentences circled several times. Could that mean God? So yeah, they don't want this to be known. Because Ukaizo's like where the wheel is, and then that's like the Engwithin, like the ones who became gods kind of thing. So I think the godless didn't, like, they didn't have a god, another god, but obviously the main pantheon gods wouldn't want that, especially Wodaka, to be known. so yeah, they're like, I guess they're control, because they control a lot of information in history and stuff.
You're mine now. Come and get me.
So yeah, I really think Ludwig knows a lot about this land. Like, because clearly they have a lot of influence here, with just like the lead and key being known now that they're here. Or were here. And don't want any research done on the godless.
The false idol. It waits.
Something's moving in the main chamber. Take it down.
Next one's mine.
Oh, there's more. Guess we could do this. And then an AoE. Oh. Oh, this is the godless. Oh, I have a shield up. Dang, oh my god. Holy crap. Take out those priests. Jesus.
Watch your back. Look to your left.
God, those priests though, like literally healed them all the way back to full health.
Who's ready for more? That ought to be all of them, right?
Well, I guess that explains why there was a bunch of skeletons. I do wonder if we'll see the leaden key here.
Too. The way out must have flooded during that earthquake. Blasted ruins.
Well, better a flood than a cave-in.
We not jump up it? I guess we have to go from there to there. I think we could hit it from here. Oh wait, I'm so dumb. It's telling me I could just do an ice thing. I think this is the one that we saw earlier. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go to B. Find the other expedition. I think it's that way, so let's climb up here first. See what's here. And this episode would definitely go a bit longer than what I normally do. Just because I want to get this over with. So the next episode, so the next one can be the new lands. Oh my gosh. I think it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all lead over here. So the expedition's somewhere over here. I think this is... No. I was thinking this is the way back, but it isn't. Are they all dead? There's a bunch of dead bodies. Markers. Wow, there's a lot of animancy stuff here. Why do I feel like they're dead in here? That's why it's glowing so much.
Right here. Take a look around.
Oh my god, there's so many did he take their souls? Is that what he's gathering essence? Yeah, that's what he's doing. That's why it's so bright. Oh my god. Yeah, on the binding of... Oh my god. The removal and transference of souls is a practice both ancient and sophisticated. There is evidence that the Enguithans were particularly adept at this, yet few details have survived them. I'm pretty sure the Enguithans were the ones that became the gods, or like the select, like they fused in to become gods kind of thing. What is known, or I forget, or they might just be like the remnants of the people that did, like became the gods. What is known is that the removal of a soul is a difficult process and one that requires an expert hand and precise tools for any chance of success. Early attempts on a test pool of 138 goats left most of the subjects with maimed or fractured souls. In all but 2 of the 11 instances where the soul was successfully removed, the essence dissipated before scholars could capture it. The words transfer to holding vessel are written and underlined in margin. The process requires conductive materials, copper and adra specifically. Immersion in water is important to ensure that the soul is drawn in a steady and uniform manner with no distortions or breakages. A warped soul is at best useless and at worst unpredictable. Extraction pool in CR 18 feet wide by oh my god. We have since mastered the process of soul transference and have seen the benefits of infusing forged work with the essence of animals and wilder. What remains to be seen is whether we might see greater gains from using the souls of kith, where we would procure the appropriate subjects, and how much personality autonomy we would want to leave intact in such cases. A string of notes winds around below this paragraph, beginning with criminals, prisoners of war, volunteers, and ending with forged guardians in block letters. These notes are crossed out and below them is written, but what of the divine soul? So I guess he's gonna use his soul too. I think he was experimenting on these people maybe to get better at the process of moving the soul, and that he wants to use his soul now. That's why he was experimenting. So I don't think he's gathering that sense, or maybe he is doing it for that too, but I think he maybe was getting practice on gathering the soul to be transferred so that he can use it for Eothas. Okay, let's see what her journal says. New orders came down from Daeron today. We're to be sent to the Living Lands, Diplomatic Corps, support city. No doubt it'll take months, perhaps a year or 2 at the very least. I promised Budwin I'd be high crown to celebrate in Nestu with him and the children, especially since I'll be Miri's coming of age. But how often are you given the opportunity to lay the foundation of study and previously undiscovered ancient culture? I'm sure he'll understand. It's not like the gods are making new continents. The world is getting smaller every day. It always seems as though the moment I finally get my sea legs, we're pulling into harbor. Did I swear on the queen, have my countrymen represent any city that isn't the emperor's purely on principle? Oh, I see. So I guess she isn't as bad. So I'm like, she's not as bad of a person. There were letters waiting for me when I arrived at the embassy. I suppose Ruduin sent it before I left. The cowards filed for dissolution of our marriage, but he couldn't master the stones to tell me to my face. Let him assume it never arrived, for I certainly won't dignify it with a reply. So like I said, marriage issues. The whole episode is giving me a blinding headache, a horrible pinching sensation right behind. So I think this is when she started getting the dream scourge. We had a few days to settle down, so left to embassy. A couple of younger lads poisoned themselves with alcohol for avoiding his stomach. I think I'll take some time. I'll take the team to Fort Northreach to see if we can help the archivist identify the purpose of the godless ruins there. Oh yeah, there were notes of the ruins that they're talking about at the Northreach. Blessed New Year, the team acquitted themselves well with the fort. With Cadamon's men, I was able to get down to the basement of the ruins there and take a good look at the construction. Naturally, I left the notes I took at the fort. Oh, okay, so that was her notes. I feel like I can hardly ever think these days, but I believe I remember enough of what I learned to write a satisfactory report for the ambassador. Could those ruins have been the stir of a fertility temple? I mean, goodness, look at the shape of their building. Let's see, we're going to attach to Missy. I know I should be eager to get down here and explore, but I've hardly been able to get on my bedroll since we've returned to Paradise. So I think she might have got it. Yeah, she's definitely slowly starting to get worse. Opening like a flop. I've been having mushrooms erupting from my skin. My eyes replaced by quiver. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I collapsed while we were gearing up in the market, and none of the merchants would help me off the ground. One of them muttered something about a soul plague and ran off to tell his mates. The Inquisitor pulled me aside when the boys got me back to the embassy. She was able to press the locals for more about the relic. Apparently it was taken from Eothas' Titan skeleton, the very one I made my reputation discovering, and it's well known for its ability to heal anyone who holds it. I cannot delay any longer. I must... Oh, so that's why she was trying to rush to find it, but I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor has used this.
Well, we found the expedition.
To push her.
Looks like they've only been dead a few hours. But how did they get in here?
They didn't come the same way we did. I'll remind you, we had to swim here. And look, there's no way these people died of natural causes. Murder usually leaves a mark.
It's like every member of the expedition team just
like their soul got taken.
Collapsed.
I've seen something like this before in the creation of animats. So yeah, they're guardians.
Do I even want to know what an animat is?
An animancer could explain it better, but they're basically suits of armor brought to life by bound souls.
Right. I knew I didn't want to know.
The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue of Eothas, right?
Could the Oracle's plan have something to do with Eothas' vanishing at Ukaizo?
There's still a lot of debate over what even happened at Ukaizo. Perhaps the Oracle knows the truth, or perhaps he's just as lost as we are. Eothas is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars, and he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfire. Now, we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately. Tread carefully.
Okay. Well, I guess we found out his dark, dirty secret. I guess it's time to confront him about it. Yeah, I knew he was lying. It felt like he was just saying all that stuff just to avoid. But yeah, I guess maybe they failed.
Why has he come here? Why does he build the idol in this place?
Maybe they're talking about Eothas. Yeah, he quite literally just killed them off and then threw them in his lab.
Even the flood could not stop him. Fealty or sickness?
I don't know what this guy's capable of, but I've got your back.
Let's see.
There you are. I worried for you when the earth shook.
Lies like wasps.
Before I talk to him. Okay, that's to leave. We just leave him and just leave. Just take the bone, the splinter. Okay, let's see.
You have been gone some time. Do you carry the splinter of Eothas?
I found the bodies of the expedition team in your workshop. Did you kill them? There was an earthquake while I was in the temple. The place is flooded. Yeah, I found the bodies of the expedition team in your workshop. Did you kill them?
Ah, I did not expect you to be so thorough in your explorations. Nevertheless, I am impressed. As to whether I killed them, well, that is a matter of semantics. Does death occur the moment the heart ceases beating? or when the soul is broken upon the wheel.
So he's saying he didn't kill them because he just moved their soul.
In one sense, then they are quite dead. In another, they remain very
Jesus,
much
he's so
alive.
mad.
In either case, they have entered
I think he's just gone mad
because
because he knows he's about to die, so he's trying to make us something like for
mine.
Eothas. A soul on the wheel is broken into its constituent parts. The person the soul once constituted is gone. You're going to put their souls in the statue, aren't you? Yeah, soul on the wheel is broken into constituent parts. The person the soul once constituted is gone.
If one were to take your narrow-minded view, and the expedition had encountered the wheel, then yes, they would be dead. But their souls are not bound for the wheel. You see, I have given them the opportunity
Yeah,
to
he
be
put them
part
in
of
that
something
statue.
larger than themselves.
In the Adra, specifically.
Their essence is held safe within my devices. And with your help, I shall give them a new commission. To prosecute the redemption of a god.
The god likes the responsibility to hold their god accountable. How do you expect to redeem Eothas? By making them prisoners. Why? What could possibly be the point? How do you expect to redeem Eothas?
Do you carry the relic I asked you to collect?
I do carry it.
Excellent. The relic you have retrieved was stolen from Eothas' body. He is bound to it, or it to him. And before the events at Ukaizo, he would speak to me through it. He speaks to me no longer, but I believe he resonates with the splinter yet, as I do. If I am correct, when it is placed in the statue, the magnifying power of the Adra will draw him into it, and he will be trapped. Locked into the reliquary with a chorus of furious souls acting as his conscience. He will finally begin the work of making right all the wrong he has done. All that is left is for you to place the splinter into the statue's chest. Will you do it?
What will happen to you if your god abandons his domain in the beyond?
I cannot say. But when I return to the wheel, I pray I do not see Eothas there, for it will mean that I have failed. You see, my brother, you must understand. I am willing to endure a life of greatest loneliness, so that he may repent.
What do you think,
Me?
companions?
If I ever suggest helping some crazy Nimdu bring a statue to life for religious reasons, please kill me then and there.
Look, I'm all for second chances, but restoring the god who started the Saints' War and left a trail of corpses and Deadfire? Even I can see that's a bad idea. And I can't imagine a worse fate than spending an eternity as one of those poor souls stuck with him. I've heard I can change him before.
There's no way this will work.
Eothas is weak, if he persists at all. He expended tremendous soul energy manifesting in the body of Moros Nua and marching it across the Deadfire. By the time he reached Ukaizo, he was spent, and used the very last of his power to
Yeah, he
destroy
knows
the wheel.
that the wheel has been destroyed.
The god that is left is but a wisp of purpose, floating through the beyond. It is that wisp I will capture.
Absolutely not, or I'll put the relic in the statue.
Thank you. Once you have placed the splinter into the statue, power my devices just over there. Together, we will observe the results. There we are. Now, to fill the statue with essence. Do me the honor of pulling the lever, just there. And my lord will return to face justice. Now, do me the honor of pulling this lever here. Any moment now. My god, Eothas, are you there? No! It's not working! Something is wrong.
Not enough soul?
My lord Eothas has not returned. Something is missing from my design. Something I did not account for. It must be the chime. Without its ringing, he cannot hear the statue's call.
And his soul is the chime.
My brother, will you join my holy work and lend your chime to the cause?
My chime? Saramas, you must give up this mad plan and told you it won't work. This isn't the first time you've tried this, is it? This isn't the first time you've tried this, is it?
No. This statue, its purpose, it has been the sole focus of my every waking moment from the instant Eothas left the world. The elaborate construction you see around us was not my original intent. It came with time. All the result of many tests, and many failures.
That's how every major discovery is made.
Precisely. It seemed I was always a hair's breadth from success. Iron, blood, oil, ardra, essence. Now, the relic. The very body of a god. You see, there is always another parameter to adjust. But I believe success is near at hand. And you, rare and perfect you will be my last.
Sure, I'll let you put my soul in the statue. Just end the game there. Saramas, you must give up on this mad plan. I told you it won't work.
You cannot ask me that. If you knew all that I have done, how arduously I have labored. No! I would sooner give my soul over to Rimagant and let it be trampled beneath his hooves for all eternity.
You cannot create an animat from stored essence. The consciousness dissipates instantly. Soul transfer must occur live.
That can't be true. Nothing I have read in my studies has said anything of the sort.
Animancy has developed significantly in the last few decades. Your research is out of date. Whoever's supplying you with scholarship and equipment is probably selling you other Animancers' ancient cast-offs. Don't yell at me. It's not my fault you didn't do your homework. Animancy has developed significantly in the last few decades. Your research is out of date.
No. You have beheld my statue. You have carried the splinter of Eothas. You witnessed my power and the power of my lord. My brother, please. Why do you lie to me?
God, he's like really... Why do you lie to yourself?
Everything he asked of me. I did it all. And then he stopped asking.
I'm sorry, Sargamas.
But then, why did he leave? Why did he leave without me? What did I do wrong? Why does he not love me? Oh my god. What do I do now?
Oh my god, he's like breaking down. Holy shit. The people living lads need comfort now. More than ever, counsel them. The people of the Deadfire are still struggling to repair all Eothas is broke. Help them. There may be other godlikes who survived the vanishing. Find them. That's for you to figure out.
I have much to consider. Excuse me. I must pray.
Hear us. Follow us. We would speak to you.
I've always believed in second chances, but I've never seen a change of heart like that. I guess your Emperor really did send someone special.
So we're not fighting him? I'm not mad or anything, just surprised.
Okay, let's talk to our god.
It wakes. A host. Form given life. One day when we are free, we could return here, dwell in this body, feel the earth again. But it is a sprout. Fragile. It must sleep here undisturbed. A secret you could keep. Tell us, will you give us this gift?
If I let you have it, what will you do with it? How will you claim it? I don't even know what you are. Why would I? If I let you have it, what will you do with it?
We are not sure. Could we touch the world? Walk in the ocean? Sift our fingers through sand?
I think they just have a lot of curiosity. Yeah. I think, yeah, the statue is yours.
A vessel to hold us. We will remember this. The Adra strains. It aches, a choking barricade of souls. Essence like mud, we cannot swim here. It must be flushed out. Free this obstruction, then when our prison bars fall, we will see.
Hey, Envoy. Back with us?
Okay, let's pull the lever, see what that does. Yes, this is letting the souls out. I'm assuming that's what it's doing, hopefully.
New earth to till, new flower.
Yeah, I think that's what it needed the souls to be out.
Now. We must consider this.
Hopefully that's what happened and we didn't like obliterate their souls. Hopefully they moved on. But I've rushed to the. I'm gonna take a quick read and see if there's anything else up here because I kind of skimmed through everything. Ditto's roll take. It fits to hold a splinter. Granite. Oh, it's peach tree. So this is going over what he's gonna use to build it. I thought at first a sanctuary would appropriate a temple within this temple of the godless, but when I prayed over my plans, the building's construction, I perceived a vision of Eothas' titan as it had existed in its time. A body of strange flesh and bone, hundreds of feet tall. I know not, but I shall remake him as he was in my own fashion. Something deficient in it and in me. I must destroy it and begin again. Yeah, he was like really breaking down. Yeah, and then he's like, Eothas is being like no one's worshiping him or celebrating him anymore. He's like disappearing. So like he's going away. So now his like yeah, so like his god is like disappearing. So he feels like he's being left alone. So that's why, yeah, he says, why didn't he take me? Does he not love him? Kind of thing. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I wonder if we could have like destroyed it. Oh, jeez.
Thoughtless.
Wait. Is that destroying it? I'll probably go back if that is the case. Where was the last save?
Destroy for destruction's sake.
Think this blows up the statue? Okay.
What is burned cannot prosper.
Let's pull the lever. Then we give the god the body.
New earth to till, new flower. We rest now. We must consider this.
I guess he left area now. Well, time to go talk to the guy and turn in all our quests and be done with the zone. Oh no, forgot. Oh, we still have the. Oh my god, this. Okay, it's been almost 2 hours. I think I might actually call it after we leave this. I think it'll be good to call it, and then we could have an episode just ending this place. Yeah, so let's see what he has to say.
Ah, it's you. I have prayed over what you said, that I must decide for myself what is next. There may be no purpose left for me in this world, but in my
I mean, that was like the whole point of this
days,
temple, though.
I shall seek one nonetheless.
And that's also partly why
Before I
Eothas
leave
didn't
this
take his
place,
soul.
I was hoping you might tell me, what became of my statue?
The voice in my head has claimed it.
Oh, I hope you know what you are doing.
Okay, and you were trying to do it with
I
Eothas, so
have
don't judge
to
me.
believe that is for the best. Thank you for releasing me from this burden.
So he has
For the
nothing
first
to
time
judge
in
me
decades,
about.
I feel
Mine didn't require
light.
souls.
I hope we will meet again, my friend. If not in this life, then the next.
Goodbye, Sargamas.
I fear you have a long and difficult journey ahead, Envoy of Adir. I leave you with my blade.
Oh, he gave us the blade. We didn't even have to kill him for
I
it.
do not need it any longer.
Incomplete lecture. How do I live if there is no consolation? When he left the world, I was emptied of divinity. I am a slave now to desire for it. I am unmoored from space and time. I am a body persisting until it is gone. Nothing is that what he wanted me to become. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, Eothas is definitely not like that. Let's see, every page is filled with the closely packed writing and illustration. One passage reads, Saint Widewin pursed his lips and stared down the glowering visage which peered at him between stalks of Vorlas. He gripped the wooden shaft of his scythe, slick with sweat from his palms, the hands of a working man, which he was. Then you're Eothas, then, he said. That I am, said the god. Then you already know what I want, said the farmer, who was Widewind. That I do. Widewind unknotted the taut cord which restrained his ponytail and let the flowing locks cascade around his shoulder and rest over the shelf of his bosom. He winked and cleared his throat before winking again. I've got a candle. I've got a candle, hasn't been lit properly. Eothas moves closer and... Not... Was this like a smut of Widewind and Eothas, of like a freaking BL? Oh my gosh. That's funny. Servant, Widewind's arms raised, beginning the luminance. You dare require proof. His arms went out, but I said never ask again unless he be burned in the light. The crowd was silent. From somewhere in the back came a call, and then they all fell to their knees from in front of Widewind. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I did not expect to see Eothas and Widewind BL.
It will take me some time to gather my belongings.
Never thought I'd be so relieved to see Paradise.
Well, that was certainly an experience of some kind. Let's go catch up with Offric.
Maybe we should tell the people at the entrance of the... Wait, where are we? Oh, we really traveled. I didn't realize we were here. But yeah, we will call it here, and we'll finish off this, and then we can finally call it an end. This is taking a while. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. Leave a like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.